There is one color you should never use in your home. Not on your walls, not in your living room decorations, and not even as a small accent piece tucked in a corner. Because this single color, quiet, elegant, and often praised in modern design, can slowly pull your energy down, dim your motivation, and silently drain your prosperity. Think of it like an invisible anchor resting at the bottom of your home's energy field. You don't see it. You don't feel it at first, but little by little, it drags your life downward, holding back opportunities, creating emotional heaviness, and cooling the warmth in your relationships. And the most dangerous part, you may be living with this color right now without realizing that your luck, your finances, and your personal vitality are quietly slipping away. Before I reveal what this color is, allow me music to welcome you. My name is Master Yip Music, and for more than 40 years, I have dedicated my life to understanding how energy flows through the home, and how your environment shapes your destiny. Today I will show you not only the one color you must avoid, but also how to fix it, even if it is already in your space. So, stay me because the answer may surprise you and the smallest shift could completely transform the energy of your home. Let's begin with a powerful intention. Type this in the comments right now. My home is filled with energy and prosperity. When you write it, you announce to the universe and to your own subconscious that you are ready for positive change. And if this message resonates with you so far, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Music. These teachings are here to help you build a life filled with harmony, abundance, and peace. Now let's begin this journey. Why color matters in feng shui. Most people think color is just decoration, paint on a wall, a stylish sofa, a modern curtain. But in feng shui, color is far more than a design choice. Color is energy. Color is frequency. Color is vibration. Every shade around you is constantly sending a message to the universe and shaping the way qi, the life force energy, moves through your home and through your life. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Think of your home as a living battery. Just as electricity charges your devices, colors charge the emotional atmosphere of your space. The right colors create balance, warmth, flow, and harmony. The wrong colors block movement, create stagnation, and can even reverse the positive energy you're trying to attract. This isn't superstition. Your body already responds to color on a deep instinctive level. Science shows that red increases your heart rate and sparks music action. Blue slows the pulse, relaxes the mind, and calms the nervous system. Green restores balance, yellow uplifts the spirit, white clears mental noise, your emotions shift, your decisions shift. Even your relationships shift depending on the colors that surround you. This is why color is one of the most powerful tools in feng shui. You can unknowingly invite struggle, stress, or financial setbacks simply by choosing a color that disrupts the natural flow of qi. A shade that seems stylish today may quietly be working against your happiness. But don't worry. Before we uncover the one color that creates the deepest energetic damage, I will guide you through the 5 most powerful colors that bring growth, wealth, passion, peace, and clarity into your home. Each one carries a secret frequency that can transform your life when used with intention. Let's begin. 1. Green, the energy of growth and renewal. Let us begin with the first powerful color that can transform the energy of your home. Green. Green is the color of life itself. It is the color of fresh leaves after rain, of seeds awakening beneath the soil, of nature reminding us that no matter how long the winter lasts, growth always returns. In feng shui, green represents renewal, healing, and steady progress. It carries the vibration of upward music movement, like a young sprout reaching toward the sun with quiet determination. When the energy in your home feels stuck, slow, or heavy, green breaks through that stagnation and breathes new life into your goals and your spirit. Many people think they need to repaint their entire home to bring in this energy, but that isn't necessary. Just one living green plant is enough to shift the atmosphere of a room. A simple touch, a leaf, a stem, a pot of fresh life can purify the air, refresh the qi, and restore the motivation you thought you had lost. Plants such as the snake plant, peace lily, jade plant, aloe vera, or even a small pot of pennywort carry a natural healing vibration. They absorb fatigue, soften emotional heaviness, and silently radiate vitality throughout your space. Imagine this. You walk into your living room after a long, stressful day. Your mind is tense. Your body feels drained. Then you see a lush green plant music sitting gently in the corner. The leaves reaching upward music, the energy quietly expanding. Without a word, without effort, it calms your soul. It reminds you that growth is always possible, that life is still moving forward, and so are you. You can bring green into your home through more than plants. Green cushions, artwork, curtains, or even decorative bowls can all carry the same nourishing vibration. Every hint of green whispers the same music message. Healing is happening. Progress is returning. Renewal is here. Let's seal this with an affirmation. Type it in the comments and say it out loud. I choose growth and renewal in every aspect of my life. Feel it. Breathe it in. Let green open the doors to expansion. 2. Gold, the frequency of wealth and abundance. Now, let us turn to a color that has carried power, reverence, and spiritual meaning for thousands of years. Gold. Gold is not merely a symbol of money. It is the vibration of abundance, wisdom, inner light, and divine blessing. When you bring gold into your home, you are not just decorating your space. You are awakening a frequency that has been honored by kings, emperors, and spiritual masters throughout history. Across Asian cultures, gold has always been associated with wealth, fortune, music, and success. Palaces were accented with gold. Sacred objects were crafted with gold. Rituals used gold to attract prosperous energy. Why? Because gold amplifies. It increases receptivity to opportunities, sharpens intuition, and draws in the subtle forces of prosperity that many people overlook. But here is the beauty of feng shui. You do not need to live like royalty to access the power of gold. A single golden object placed with intention can shift the energetic tone of your entire home. This could be something very simple. A golden spoon, a gilded picture frame, a decorative tray, or even a feng shui gold wealth sphere. Each item acts like a small beacon, broadcasting the vibration of abundance into your living space. There is one area of the home where gold becomes especially potent: the kitchen. In feng shui, the kitchen is the financial heart of the household, the place where nourishment, stability, and prosperity are cultivated. By placing a meaningful golden object in your kitchen, you activate the energetic center of wealth. It does not have to be big, it only needs to be intentional. One of my clients placed a small golden tray on her kitchen counter. Nothing extravagant, nothing flashy. But within weeks, she began to experience breakthroughs. Projects that had been delayed suddenly moved forward. New income opportunities appeared, and the heaviness she carried for months began to lift. It wasn't magic, it was alignment. Gold reminds you of your worth. Gold encourages expansion. Gold invites prosperity to come closer. So ask yourself, where in my home can gold shine its light? Because once you welcome this vibration, abundance begins to recognize your door. 3. Red, the flame of passion, luck, and motivation. The next color that we must explore is one that has inspired awe, celebration, and even fear throughout history. Red. Red is pure life force. It is the color of the beating heart, the rising sun, the sacred flame that turns intention into action. Where there is red, there is music, movement. Where there is red, there is awakening. In feng shui, red is used to ignite passion, strengthen motivation, and rekindle the emotional warmth music that so many homes silently lose over time. If your relationship feels distant, if your goals feel dull, or if your mornings begin without inspiration, red is the energetic switch you have been missing. Many people misunderstand this color. They fear red because it is strong, bold, and intense music, but intensity is not the enemy. Misuse is. Too much red can overwhelm the senses, but the right amount, placed carefully and intentionally, is incredibly empowering. It becomes a focused flame, not a wildfire. Red has deep roots in Asian culture. During Lunar New Year celebrations, weddings, and major life milestones, families dress in red, decorate with red lanterns, and exchange red envelopes. The color is believed to attract good fortune, protect against negativity, and bring blessings that endure. Even in the West, a red dress, a red tie, or a red accessory is considered a statement of strength and confidence. Red has universal meaning. It communicates power without a single word. So, how can you invite red into your home? You do not need to paint your walls crimson. Subtle accents are far more effective. A red throw pillow on your sofa, a bold vase on your dining table, a striking piece of artwork with red highlights in your bedroom. These small touches light a spark. They warm the space. They revive the energy that has grown quiet. I once worked with a woman who felt that her marriage had slipped into routine. She loved her husband deeply, but the spark had faded. I encouraged her to hang a beautiful red painting above their bed. Nothing dramatic, nothing overwhelming, just a gentle reminder of passion. Weeks later, she told me, it's as if the pilot light turned back on. The laughter returned, the closeness returned, the warmth returned. Red restores what everyday life tries to dull. When used with intention, red whispers to your spirit, wake up, rise, live. For blue, the anchor of peace and wisdom. If red is the flame that awakens passion and movement, then blue is the gentle ocean that calms the heart, quiets the mind, and restores your inner balance. Blue is the color of peace, wisdom, honesty, and emotional clarity. It is the soft voice that says, breathe. Everything will be okay. In Funo, blue represents stillness, the kind of stillness that nourishes your spirit, not the stillness of stagnation. It is the calm harbor you return to after navigating the storms of daily life. When your thoughts feel scattered, when your emotions feel turbulent, or when decisions become overwhelming, blue slows the inner waves and brings you back into alignment. Science echoes this ancient understanding. Jasnort studies show that blue lowers blood pressure, reduces anxiety, and slows the pulse, gently guiding the body into a state of rest and clarity. Hospital meditation rooms and healing centers often use shades of soft blue for this very reason. This color doesn't simply decorate a room, it heals it. So, where should you use blue inside your home? Blue shines best music in spaces where peace is required. Your bedroom, your reading corner, your meditation space, or the room where conversations often turn emotional. A light blue wall can make sleep deeper and more restful. A navy cushion can ground your thoughts and help you focus. A blue candle, a piece of artwork, or a simple woven blanket can transform the energy of a room instantly. There is another gift blue brings, honest communication. Families who struggle with misunderstandings often find relief when they introduce blue into shared spaces. This color encourages you to listen deeply, not only to others, but to yourself. It softens aggressive tones, dissolves tension, and opens the door to more heartfelt connection. Think of the last time you walked into a room completely enveloped in heavy dark colors.
Did you feel the air thicken?
Did your chest tighten slightly as if the room itself was holding its breath? Blue does the opposite. It expands the breath. It opens the space. It reminds you of the vastness of the sky and the quiet wisdom of the sea. Where red says act, blue whispers reflect. Where red sparks the fire of life, blue cools, soothes, and balances. Music it. Blue is the color that brings you home to music, peace, to clarity, to yourself. 5. White, the canvas of clarity and infinite possibility. If blue is the peaceful harbor that calms your spirit, then white is the wide open sky that invites limitless possibility. White is often misunderstood as got empty. But in feng shui, white is not emptiness, it is potential. It is the space where new beginnings are born. It is the canvas upon which your life's next chapter is written. White carries the vibration of clarity, purity, and spiritual cleansing. It doesn't add energy. It clears the old music so the new can finally enter. When you step into a room filled with soft, bright white, you may notice the air feels lighter, cleaner. Almost as if the space itself is exhaling. That is not an illusion. That is energy receding. In feng shui, white is considered a universal reset button. It wipes away stagnant qi, dissolves emotional residue, and gently opens the flow for blessings to come in. If you've just moved into a new home, ended a difficult period of life, we all feel the need for a fresh start. White is one of the most powerful allies you can call upon. White also expands space both physically and energetically. A small room painted white feels larger. A cluttered mind rests more easily in a quiet environment. A heavy heart lifts faster when surrounded by clarity instead of chaos. You can bring quiet into your home through walls, curtains, pillows, bedding, ceramics, or artwork. But here is the key. Pair white with intention. As you place each white object, say softly, "I clear away the old. I open my home and my life to infinite blessings." When spoken with sincerity, these words turn decoration into music declaration, an energetic message sent directly to the universe. But, like all powerful tools, white must be used wisely. Too much white can sometimes feel cold, sterile, or emotionally distant. That is why Funyu teaches balance. Pair white with warm elements, natural wood, green plants, soft gold accents, music, or gentle textures. This combination keeps the space alive, grounded, and harmonious, while still allowing the clarity of white to shine. White reminds you that you are not defined by what came before. You are free to rewrite your story, free to step into a new season of life, free to call in miracles that you once believed were out of reach. White is the invitation. You are the answer. We have just explored 5 of the most powerful colors in Funyu: green, gold, red, blue, and white. Each of them is a living frequency, a source of support, a gentle battery that fuels your home with growth, prosperity, passion, peace, and clarity. But now I must ask you something important. What happens when, without realizing it, you have been using a color that cancels all of this out? Imagine spending time balancing your home, choosing all the right colors, filling your space with life, light, and intention, only to place one object, paint one wall, or include one decorative element that silently drains every bit of energy you've created. This is not a rare mistake. In fact, I see it every single week. People proudly show me their beautifully designed homes, sleek, modern, elegant. But the moment I walk in, I can feel it. A heaviness, a dullness, a quiet sinking energy. Something is wrong. Something is missing. Something is silently pulling the life force out of the room. They tell me, my finances feel stuck. My motivation is gone. My relationship feels cold. I don't know why, but I feel tired all the time. And almost every time the cause is the same. Hidden somewhere, a wall, a sofa, a rug, or even the entire room is a single color that Feng considers extremely dangerous. A color that looks chic on the surface, but energetically it is a trap. A stylish cage disguised as music elegance. It's a shade that swallows light, blocks flow, and slowly suffocates the chi of your home. And in the next section, I will reveal what that color is, so you can avoid it at all costs. Stay with me, because your prosperity depends on it. Dark gray, the silent thief of energy, prosperity, and joy. And now, the moment you have been waiting for, the one color you must avoid in your home at all costs, dark gray. At first glance, dark gray looks sophisticated, minimalist, modern, even luxurious. Interior design magazines praise it. Showrooms are filled with it. Hotels and corporate offices use it almost everywhere. But in feng shui, appearances can be dangerously deceiving. Dark gray is considered one of the most harmful shades you can bring into your living space. Not because of how it looks, but because of what it does to your energy. Energetically, dark gray represents lack. Lack of light, lack of warmth, lack of connection, lack of vitality. Where the color white lifts and cleanses, dark gray music pulls down and compresses. Where green encourages growth, dark gray creates stagnation. Where red ignites passion, dark gray extinguishes music the flame. Where gold attracts wealth, dark gray blocks opportunity. Where blue brings peace, dark gray breeds heaviness. It is the color of paused energy, off-key, being muted, suffocated, slowed to a crawl. Over time, this drains your motivation, dampens your emotions, snorts and leaves you feeling like you're walking through an invisible fog. People describe it the same way across cultures, across homes, across continents. I feel tired, I feel stuck, I feel numb, I don't know why, but I feel heavy inside my own home. Dark gray subtly disconnects you from yourself, from others, and from your goals. What makes it so dangerous is music, it's deception. People believe they are creating a calm, elegant space, but in reality they are building a beautifully decorated cage. A cage that traps music theory, dims their spirit, and closes the doors to prosperity. I have walked into homes drenched in dark gray. Gray walls, gray sofas, gray music curtains, gray carpets, and the energy is always the same. Silent, cold, unmoving. A beauty with no heartbeat. One of my clients, a hard-working professional, told me she felt constantly exhausted and unmotivated. No matter how much money she earned, it slipped away. Every opportunity she chased seemed to vanish at its last moment. When I visited her home, the reason music was painfully clear. Her living room was covered in heavy dark gray from floor to ceiling. I instructed her to repaint the walls and replace just a few of the darkest pieces with lighter, more vibrant colors. Nothing extreme or expensive. Within weeks, her mood lifted, her productivity returned, and opportunities that had been silent suddenly came knocking again. It wasn't superstition. It wasn't luck. Music was energy being freed. You must understand this. Dark gray may look chic, but it is a music-silent thief stealing vitality, prosperity, music, inspiration, and joy from your home. Recognize it, remove it, replace it. Your future depends on it. How to neutralize dark gray and restore positive energy. Now that you understand why dark gray is so energetically clear as throat draining, let me reassure you. There is no need to panic. You do not need to tear down walls or replace every piece of furniture. In feng shui, transformation rarely requires destruction. It requires balance. To neutralize dark gray, you must bring life, movement, and upward chi back into the space. Here are the 3 most powerful ways to do that. 1. Add living green plants. Bring life where energy has died. Green plants are the strongest antidote to the heaviness created by dark gray. They carry growth, oxygen, and pure renewal, the exact energies gray suppresses. The best choices include ZZ plant, money tree, lucky bamboo, jade plant, and snake plant. Place them near gray furniture, music, beside dark curtains, or in corners where the room feels dull. Even one plant shifts the atmosphere. 3 can transform the entire room. 2. Use colorful artwork. Awaken the walls. Dark gray absorbs energy. Art brings it back to life. Choose artwork with vibrant reds, warm yellows, lush greens, or touches of gold. Place these pieces where your eyes naturally land, so every glance becomes a reminder life is returning. One family I advised added yellow orchids in a red painting above their gray sofa. Within weeks, they said, it feels like the room started breathing again. 3. Add bright, warm textiles. Soften the weight of gray. Textiles are simple and powerful. Use cream or warm white pillows, soft yellow or green throws, gold-toned curtains, or textured blankets. These colors break up the heaviness immediately. Sometimes a single pillow is enough to spark new life. Your music don't need to eliminate dark gray completely. You only need to rebalance the energy. Bring in music, life, color, warmth, and movement, and even the heaviest gray will lose its power. As we come to the end of this journey, I want you to pause for a moment and imagine your home as a music, living, breathing companion. Every color you choose becomes a whisper in its ear, guiding it to lift you up or quietly pulling you down. Today you've discovered the colors that help your life rise. The color that nourishes growth, the color that awakens prosperity, the color that reignites passion, the color that restores peace, the color that clears the way for new beginnings. Each one works like a gentle hand on your back, clears throat, supporting you, reminding you of your own potential. And you've also met the one color that does the opposite, the shade that quietly dims the light in your spirit, that slows your momentum, that turns a warm home into a cold shadow. Your home is not simply where you sleep and eat. It is the place where your energy regenerates. It is your charger, your sanctuary, your spiritual anchor. So, never allow your home to become a place that drains more than it gives. Not through neglect and not through colors that suffocate your chi without you noticing. Let us close with the affirmation that we began with. Type it again in the comments and say it softly to yourself. My home is a place of energy and prosperity. Let these words settle into your walls, into your furniture, into the air you breathe. Because when your home aligns with abundance, abundance knows exactly where to find you. If this message touched your heart, please remember to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another Feng teaching that could transform your life. Thank you for spending this time with me. And until the next video, may every room in your home shine like a lantern, a guiding light illuminating your path, your harmony, and your destiny.